Hello all, my name is Aditya and I am going to be talking about content based recommender systems with you all today. So before we start talking about what content based recommender systems are, we need to know at least basics of what recommendation systems themselves are. So recommender systems basically are filtering algorithms used by many e-commerce organizations these days like Amazon, Netflix, Flipkart, YouTube, etc. These systems are used to come up with relevant suggestions or recommendations for products and services to users like you and me. These recommender systems basically work on the data collected by these organizations or entities through us. So, how is data collected? The data can be collected implicitly or explicitly, meaning there are two ways of collecting data. You go to Amazon.com, you log into your profile, you purchase a particular product and rate it, or maybe you log into YouTube on your profile, you go to a say a movie trailer and like it, you leave some rating over there. So that is one way of collecting that. The YouTube or Amazon knows that you have left certain rating, maybe good or bad or neutral, whatever, on particular product or item or services. Another way of collecting data is you log into YouTube, you watch a video but you do not rate it, you just watched it. So that is also one kind of data which is available with these organizations. So basically you click on a data or click on a product or a small video or clip, or you purchase it or you rate it. These all of this data is collected by these organizations and used to build a recommender system and suggest further services and products to you. But how is it done? That is what we are going to do today. We are going to look at the coding part of it, how you can make content based recommender system of your own in Jupyter Notebook using Python. So this is the Jupyter Notebook that we are going to refer to. This has been uploaded on GitHub. The link is mentioned in the description box below. So before we start discussing it, I recommend that you download the dataset from here. The link is again given in the description box below. You download the dataset from here and try to code along as much as possible with me over here. This will help you in understanding the entire process of it. Now, this entire process of building a content based recommender system, particularly here, has been split in three parts. The first part is data preparation, where we do some kind of feature engineering, make some new features for us to be able to feed that data into the algorithm which we will be using for building recommendations. Second part is the algorithm itself, and third part is once you have somehow created the algorithm, you try to extract the recommendations out of it. So these are the basic three parts of it which we are going to follow. So we will start with it now. Now the database which we have is in two parts, that is movies and ratings. The movies data frame has basically list of all unique movies available to us. So we have basically 9,742 movies, and the second data frame is the rating data frame, where we have around 1 lakh ratings given by various users to these movies. Now a slight difference between this data set and the data set which are available on the internet under recommender systems which you might find. So basically what happens is generally the kind of recommender system for movies which you will find on the internet, you will see that the movies database also has a description of the movie mentioned against each movie. So what happens is, if you have to convert that description into a usable form to be fed into a recommender system algorithm, you have to use NLP techniques. And what happens, I've seen, is many people get confused right then and there, because NLP technique itself is a vast topic. So our target here would be to make this entire process as simple as possible. We are going to avoid the use of any kind of NLP technique, but since it is a requirement for us to be able to generate characteristics of content, that is characteristics of the movies that we have over here, to build this system, we need to have some kind of features with us. So what we are going to do is we are going to use genres. So we have been given, if you can look at the data set over here, we have been given title of movies against the genres. So currently genres here is not in a usable form, that is you can see for example Toy Story, we have multiple genres mentioned over here. Similarly for Father of the Bride Part 2, we have just one genre mentioned. So we have to standardize it. Standardizing it meaning we have to somehow make genres available under one particular column, unique genres under each column. So this is what our data preparation part will include. We are going to separate these genres for each movies and put it under a separate column. Once we have separate column for each unique genre, we are going to put ones or zeros under it with respect to the movie row. So for example, if we have a column named adventure, so it will have 1 under it against the movie title Toy Story, because Toy Story has adventure as one of its genre, right? But for Father of the Bride Part 2, we will not have 1 under adventure, because there is this particular genre is not mentioned against this movie. So this is what we are going to do. Now starting here is the process of data preparation, which I just explained. I will not take you through this because this might confuse a lot of people, but if you are willing to go through it, you can go through it on the GitHub and go through each and every step. I'll explain to you in brief way. What I've basically done is I've extracted the genres from each row, I've made a list of it, and then I've flattened the list, and then I've extracted the unique genres from that list, which comes down to 20, as you can see over here. So which meaning in total there are 20 unique genres, which means we will have to make 20 separate columns over here for each genre. So the database will look like this over here. We now have 20 different columns for each genre, and under each genre I've populated accordingly, ones or zeros. So for Toy Story, when comedy is mentioned as genre, it will show you 1. So the the part where I've populated it with ones and zeros is given over here. You can go through this entire through these steps, not very difficult, but I'm not going to explain it over here because it will confuse a lot of people. Now the first part is complete, where we have prepared the data. Now we are going to jump to the part where we have to build a recommender system. So since we are making a content based recommender system, our target here is to come up with the similarity between content, that is similarity between movies. So what is going to happen is, if say I have watched the movie Toy Story, and if we ask the content based recommender system to recommend movies for me, it will show me those movies which are similar to Toy Stories. So this is what content based recommender system is, that is it shows you recommendations based on the kind of content you have viewed or rated earlier. So to be able to generate this kind of system, first we need to know what other movies are similar to Toy Story. If the system is going to recommend similar movies as Toy Story to me, then it should itself know what other movies are similar to Toy Story. For that, we are going to use similarity matrices, that is we are going to find similarity between all of the movies based on these characteristics. So how will we know any two movie is similar, or to what degree are those two movies similar? To know this, we are going to use these features. These are the characteristics: comedy, fantasy, western. These are the various genres which will help us in identifying similarities between two movies. So if there are two comedy movies, we can say these movies are similar. But it is not that simple, because we have 20 different columns. So we are going to look at the similarity based on all these 20 genres, whether yes or no. So how we are going to do this? So the similarity between any two content or users, for that matter, in a recommender system is calculated based on using various methods. So one of the most basic method is cosine similarity. You can also use Euclidean distance. You can also apart from Euclidean distance, you have cosine similarity and There is one more which I am not able to recall right now. Anyway, so we are going to be using cosine similarity over here, which is a very simple method, one line code in Python. Basically what it does is it represents each item as a vector, and based on the angle theta, the theta is fed into cosine, and that cosine score is used to find similarity between two items. So, if the cosine score is same, then the items are similar. So, what we are going to do is we are going to drop these three columns, because these three columns are of no use to us. We are just going to use the columns from here, which explains the characteristics of each movie. Here it is, this it will look like this. So, this is where we import the required function by the name cosine similarity, and we feed this data set directly into it. What it will do is, to understand the functioning of this, let us go down to our Excel file. Here currently we have our database in this form, where we have movies over here and genres and columns over here. But what we have done is we have generated similarity of each movie against every other movie and come up with a matrix. So, what actually is happening is, when movie 1 was Toy Story. So, when Toy Story is compared with movie 1, which is again Toy Story, it will give a similarity score of 1, which is understood. But when it is compared to the next movie, with whatever it was, I think it was Jumanji, you will get a score like 0.1 or maybe 0.2 or 0.0, something like this, based on the cosine similarity score. And it will go on till the last movie. The last movie was 9742nd movie. We have a total of 9142 movies. So, for each movie it will generate a similarity score as compared to Toy Story. Similarly, the second movie was Jumanji. Now, Jumanji will be compared with each of the movies, 9742 movies, and will start giving you similarity scores. So, Jumanji when compared to Toy Story might give you 0.4 maybe. Could give you, I am not sure what score it will give actually, but when Jumanji is compared with itself, it will definitely give a score of 1, and similarly it will go on for every other movie. So, what will happen is you will have a matrix, similarity matrix of 9742 into 9742, that is for each movie compared against each movie. And once we have this similarity score with us, we will be able to fetch these similarity scores when we are given with a particular movie. So, if I input Toy Story as my input movie, say I have watched Toy Story and I ask the recommender system to generate some recommendations for me, what it is going to do is it will go to Toy Story and find the top 5 most, if I say top 5 most similar movies, that is top 5 scores from this row, and give it back to me. That these are the movies which will be recommended to you based on your liking, which was Toy Story. But what happens is, now you have the similarity score with you. How will you, this is a part 2. Now you have converted the data into similarity scores, and now since you have the similarity score, now you want to somehow come up with a code which fetches similar movies for you. So, this is part 3. You have to fetch similar content from the given content. If we go back to the notebook, this is the similarity matrix that we have, 9742 cross 9742. You can see the shape over here. So, the first row of this array will give you similarity scores, because I have input 0 over here, similarity score of Toy Story, because first movie was Toy Story, 0th movie was Toy Story over here, right. Now, we have to somehow develop a small system wherein we input a movie name, and the system knows on what location the movie was. It will go to that location and fetch the similarity score from that location and filter out the top 5 or top 10 or whatever your requirement is from that location. So, what is happening is, Toy Story was in 0th position Similarly, the similarity scores for Toy Story is also on the 0th position in this matrix over here. So we have to create a link between these two. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a inverse map, that is, for each given movie name we need to know its position, right. So we have created an inverse movie indices, that is, against the index is the movie name and against it is mentioned the position of that movie in the main database, right. So when we input the movie name, it will return the position at which it lies, so that we can fetch the similarity score from that position from the similarity matrix. This is what we are going to do here. This is part 3. This is the fetching of content, fetching of content based on the similarity scores. So this is the part which does this, and what we are going to do is, once we have fetched the similarity score for that particular movie, we are going to sort it. So this is where we are sorting it now. So when you input a particular movie name, it gives you the index position of those movie names which are similar to that particular movie and this similarity score. This is the similarity score. So if you input a particular movie and you want the top 10 movies which are similar to it, this is how you are going to do it. It sorts the similarity score for you, gives the top 10, and then it gives you the index number of that movie from that similarity score. To check if our similarity scores have been correct and to check if our recommendations are actually working, when we input these indices into the main database, it gives you the name of those movies which have been recommended to you. And if you try to also print the genre of those movies, you will see that how similar those movies are. So we had done recommendation for Jumanji over here, and what was Jumanji? If we scroll to the top, we will see Jumanji was adventure, children and fantasy, and based on the top 10 recommendation for Jumanji, that is, a person who has watched Jumanji, the top 10 movies which are being recommended to him are these. These are top 10 movies, and what is the genre of these movies? Adventure, children and fantasy, which is exactly similar to what Jumanji was. So we can see that the recommendation system is working. It is recommending movies to the users based on genres, similar genres, in the as we saw in the example of Jumanji. So now we have seen how we can build a recommender system based on content, based on the similarity of content. To make a recommender system based on the similarity of content, what we did was, first we extracted the features of the content, made new columns out of it, fed it into a similarity calculating method which was cosine similarity, took the entire scores, fetched the entire score for a particular item, sorted it based on top 5, top 10, top 15, whatever the requirement is, and took out the scores, took out the name of the movies based on those scores. So that was our content based recommender system. This is a very basic baseline kind of recommender system. What else can be done in it? You can see, you will find various databases on the internet with movie description also given into it. Such addition of features will help you in identifying better recommendations. So when you input description of the movie, you will use NLP techniques to create the similarity matrix and generate a similarity score. You can try this on your own. In the next video, we will be going to look at the collaborative filtering based recommender system, and in the video after that, we are going to look at hybrid systems which use these two techniques together. So I hope the video was useful to you. If you have any doubts or queries, please drop your comments in the comment section below. The link to the GitHub is given in the description box. Please like and subscribe the video. See you in the next section. Happy learning till then. Thank you.